Good morning and welcome to Coffee and Handicapping with Scotty. That would be me. How are you, everybody? If you're on the West Coast, thank you very much. I know it's early. So what time is it? 8 o'clock over there right now? Wow. It's finally kind of sunny here. I hear the weekend here in Fort Lauderdale is going to be nice. John, Bill, Gary, Stephen, Cindy, Greg, Jose. Now live. So I'm live. All right. So let me go to this email, though, so I can not have these things pop up on you guys the entire time. All right, how are you guys? So we're winging it right now because I was on the In the Money Players podcast with Peter Fornatill a couple of days ago. I don't know if you guys saw that, but if you didn't, it's up here. You can actually see it in the link in the description. So check that out if you hadn't. It came so many subscriptions from that. So big shout out to Peter and the group. But In the Money Players podcast, if you hadn't seen it, fantastic. They do a great job. They have a lot of different shows, a lot of different personalities. And Steve, good morning, Junior. And look, you guys are up early with me. So I know a lot of scratches are in, and the reason I know that is because they're not showing or reflecting on the win percentages yet. So that's a bug that Brad's going to have to fix. But I do know it because there's no EE morning line or there's no, in this case, live odds. So that's what tells me. So I don't know if stuff's off the turf. Oh, you saw that, Norm? Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Tyrese, what up? Coach, what's up? Oh, it's always good to have Coach aboard. How are you, Coach? So, in Indiana Grand, 16 races today. I mean, this was all about Belmont, and matter of fact, I'm gonna go grab my coffee. It's over there. I forgot to bring it with me. So I'm on my second cup of coffee. I couldn't hang. I sometimes I can't wake up in the morning. Anybody else like that? What up, Dan? I had to have my coffee this morning, but I'm gonna have another one with you guys. Don't forget, I'm gonna be down at Del Mar doing the inner feed for Del Mar, the entire meet. So you'll be able to see John Lees and I doing that, and that's gonna be a lot of fun. But I'm also gonna do coffee and handicapping from Del Mar. I'm thinking about doing 4 days a week. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, early in the morning, but it'll be West Coast. So you guys will be able to sleep in and we'll have a good time handicapping that. I have to handicap anyways. So I thought, no, it'd kind of be cool to do that. So you guys might get me 4 days a week, probably get tired of it, but it'll be fun. Yeah, it's going to be fun. You got to come over. If you're going to be at Del Mar, you got to come over and say hello to me. Please make sure you do that. And I'm so looking forward to it. I'm staying over at the Del Mar Hilton right across the street. So I'm not even getting a rental car, nothing. Of course, most of you know I'm from Southern California, Newport Beach, but yeah. I've been hearing this, Cindy, about this. So as a matter of fact, Mike had prepped me for this and said, hey, you need to talk about this. So no problem. We'll talk about that. Since we're going to kind of wing it, we're going to definitely talk about Belmont. I need to see these scratches come in. I texted Brad. So we'll see. You guys probably know the scratches better than I do what they are right now. Let me refresh and see if they can pop up here. But also, if you ever have a bug or anything, like just refresh. Usually it'll take care of the problem. If not, don't forget you can go to the intercom button, click on here, and talk to Brad and chew him out anytime, and he'll respond quickly. Good morning, Eric. So, okay, let me find this. I had saved it. So I'm going to read this off to you. So in the VIP Facebook group, it said, not sure how you calculate average SOR, but there is a horse in the fifth at Tampa that has an average SOR that is virtually impossible. Fifth race at Tampa. So, okay. So when was that? I think that was a couple of days ago. So let's go back to it. I think it was here, Tampa, race number 5. Yeah, this is it. Okay. So, and he goes, based on the 7 bionic battles, 4 races, it is not possible to end up with the average SOR we are showing. Makes me wonder if the numbers are accurate. All right, fair enough. So the answer to that is, okay, and so we take a weighted average, okay? And it's based on the past performances of the SORs and where the weights adjust. They adjust. This is going to be hard for you to understand. I'll try to explain it in layman's terms, but how close the past performance is to the current race. So essentially, we'll give you an example of this and what he's talking about. So he's looking at these 4 races here and he's going, okay, we're showing an average of 60 right here, but yet when you take the average of these 4 races, they don't add up. Okay, So what's up, Coach? Yeah, Scott. Yeah, I look forward to seeing you down there. Greg, what's up? Rashad. So essentially, it's a weighted average. So a lot of it depends on how many lengths the horse lost by. By the way, in this situation here, once a horse breaks its maiden, it's not even taking that average anymore. So it gets rid of that. So it's way more sophisticated than you might imagine, but it's accurate. And so there's a little bit of faith that you need in that. You don't want to try to overanalyze what it's doing. But you can see, I mean, it had a 60 way tops, went off at 1 to 5, top Scotty pick, 47% and 1 easy. Okay, so what's up, Oldie? So yeah, and by the way, we'll cover some of the upcoming races at Indiana Grand. This particular show is about handicapping races coming up or tracks coming up. You know, we might switch over. Maybe we'll do a track that's not ring. Maybe we'll do Gulfstream Park. I don't know. We'll figure it out. This show was meant to do Belmont because in the players podcast, in the money podcast, I covered Belmont, so that was going to be a lot easier for me. But we're handicapping from scratch anyways, right? So I'm not doing any pre-handicapping when we do this. The average SOR is all AI based. Exactly. Belmont's the slop, isn't it? I know. Gosh darn it. That's so and if you know anything about me too, like I avoid wet tracks like the plague. And the reason is it's a jockey's race. You have how many times do you see a horse that has never been on the lead, all of a sudden the jockey just sends the horse to the lead because the track was sealed and it's really fast, right? So, you know, to each his own. You can come over here to the GSR Plus and you can click on here, the wet, and you can sort it. And it's, from what I hear, it's like really accurate. I haven't used it as much, but you can do that. You can come over here, you can look at the tab. So you see these tabs here. Essentially, when you look at, well, these horses are a little bit cheaper, but these tabs kind of tell the story. But then you can look specifically at distances as well, okay? But you'll see like a dirt tab, and we'll go to a race. So you guys understand this average SOR? All right. So yeah, it kind of stinks. We did all that handicapping, Peter and I, and in the pick six at Belmont today, and now so many of these horses are scratched. It's just the worst. I almost hate handicapping before scratches are in, but you can't avoid it. You guys want to see something cool? I'll show you guys something pretty neat. Since we're here. So the team has been working, and me have been working on the ticket book, right? And so the ticket book, essentially, you're gonna be able to save your tickets, and I'll show you the way it's gonna work. So I don't have any active tickets right now, but we could watch this. We'll go. This is my test site. You guys don't have this yet. Oh man, he doesn't have the ticket generator up on this. All right, we'll do a different one. We'll do Gulfstream Park, race number 1. So we can come over here, do a pick 5, do it for $60, generate the ticket. By the way, I'm testing a new algorithm right now on the ticket generator. This is on the test site. So if you see this being a little bit different than the other one, there's a reason. You're going to save the ticket. Your ticket's been saved. And this is going to come up a little bit slow right now, but it'll be automatic. So that's why it's not why it's not up yet. So there's so many little things that you can't even imagine. It came up not bad. All right. So essentially here, this is the ticket. And then if there's any scratches, the horse will be kind of lightly X'd out. And then this will turn green, the regenerate, and you can regenerate that ticket. You can delete it if you don't want it in your system. And the reason is because if you leave it in, once the first race goes off, it's adding up everything, right? So you can come back here, you can customize it, and you can go back here and here's your ticket. You can also go to settled, right? So you can see here, I didn't play these actually, but I'm just testing. And you can see here, I did a Pimlico pick 5, and it's showing these green check marks. So what happens is after each race, the win result pops up, and then it'll give you a green check mark, or it'll give you a red X saying, hey, you didn't have that. And then you can follow it along. It shows you how many minutes to each post coming up, and then it'll give you a total payout, shows you what it is, and then it starts keeping track. Now you can sort, and you can go, okay, I want to look from June 28th to July, and it shows, okay, I've lost $350. But no, I only want to look at Belmont. So show me Belmont, and you can look at that. Or you can say, no, I only want to see how I've done in pick 5s. And so what you can do, you can learn, hey, Ron, Junior, you can look and see how you're doing at specific types of wager types, or tracks. Okay, so that's coming up. You'll be able to do that, and so that's a cool feature that's we're going to have here soon. All right. So, okay, everybody understand that this algorithm is it's not so exact where you're looking at this going, okay, there's 4 races here, take 4 races, divide by, and it's going to add up to this. No, there's other factors involved in the algorithm. What's up, Michael? You can see where you suck and where you shine. Exactly right. That's so, and you can, yeah, it's really neat. And you can practice with it too. You don't actually have to bet it. And then eventually, you'll be able to click a button and bet all these tickets you have. So, and yeah, so pretty exciting stuff we've got going on right now. Indiana Grand Race number 4 is coming up. I mean, might as well play it, right? I mean, that's not what we were supposed to do here. Let me get my coffee real quick. Bear with me. Where you Oldie and Cindy, where are you guys looking right now? Yeah, it might be very painful. No, you just have to, you learn from it. But you know what? This is really important to me. Because early on in my career, I lost so much money. And I wasn't thinking about the betting side, and I was more of an emotional bettor, I wanted action. And I lost a lot of money. And luckily I'm blessed and, had a good career, but it's really important to me that we create some sort of like budgets for people. At least they give them the option to have budgets, money management tools and things like that. So people can really enjoy the sport, and so everybody's so quick to just give handicapping tools, but nothing when it comes to betting, and betting has got to be even more than 50% of it, especially when you have EquinEdge, because the handicapping side's already there, right? So it's very important to me and something I'm very passionate about. The team is very passionate about to help people. Thank you, Steve, for that. It is, right? Yeah, no Balvenie for me. Went out last night with some friends, and you're drinking and don't feel drunk, and you're just I'm drinking, I'm feeling fine. I drove too. I felt fine. I woke up this morning, I couldn't even stand up. I'm like, how am I going to do this show this morning? I had a cup of coffee, feel good. I'm actually feeling pretty good right now. So, but yeah, should not have been driving. No, I felt fine. I didn't feel fine this morning. What is that? Just dehydration? I don't know. 62% horse here at Indiana Grand. Okay, I can't show the video yet. We're working on that past, live racing, replays, things like that. But 62% horse, top GSR. I mean, this horse looks solid. Oh man, Chris, I hate wet tracks. Yeah, no, I already told my mom, Steve. I talked to her this morning. I said, she's like, you didn't. I'm like, I know. Yeah. Man, Chris, I am not a good wet track player. I got to be honest. Yeah, the water. I'm dehydrated. I drink a lot of water this morning. I'm just not a wet track player. I'm just not. Powerade gives you the electrolytes and all. Yeah, thanks, Holding. Because I just think, no, I agree, Shucks. I didn't, no, but you got to understand, I didn't feel at all even buzzed. I know, believe me, I'm not proud of it. I drove home fine, but yeah, when I woke up this morning, I was not doing well. So got to be careful with that. I mean, for sure, if I got pulled over, it probably would have not. I doubt I would have passed, but yeah. Yeah, I've heard that, Vito. Mexican Coke. I wish I could give you advice, Chris, on the wet track thing. I would just say this: you have to understand that know if the track is sealed or not, if you can find out, and then usually it's tough to find out. And you're talking about a jockey's race. Who's going to get the lead? I mean, yeah. There's been long shots so far in the first 3 races. I know. No, I know, Coach. I honestly didn't. I didn't even feel buzzed. I really didn't. But yeah, I guess that's a lesson. You got to really be careful with that. And what's up, Chris? All right, we're gonna. I don't know what to do at Belmont. Let me see if the scratches are in yet. I'm just waiting for those scratches to come in, and then we'll cover that. Okay. Indiana Grand. Let's see here. Trifecta. We'll do it for $12. You know, sometimes I'll just like maybe you take the 9 over the 7, right? It's also Scotty long shot. It's got the second top GSR, and then you maybe even put the 7 horse in the 3rd spot as well, right? You could do that. So you could do a 9-7 exacta. You could do a 9-7 with, you know, trifecta. I'd probably get rid of the 10 and the 3 and the 8, right? Something like that. And yeah, we're going to do that, Rashad. Yeah, Mike just answered you there. Yes, that's the plan. It's not going to be that tough to do. It's just that we have so many things in front of it right now. But that's a great question. Yeah, there's so much coming. Just know that all this is going to come. It's just it takes some time. This takes some time. It's beautiful here in Fort Lauderdale right now. I like the 9-7 exacta. Look at those GSRs in the 9-7. They're way far away above the next closest horse, the 4. I just want them to come through in the system. Thank you, Junior, for that, by the way. I just want them to come through in the system so it can recalculate the numbers. So let's see here. I think Indiana Grand's the new Gulfstream Park. Remember how bad Gulfstream Park was? Charlestown's really bad. Gulfstream Park's doing fantastic now, but I mean, it's been 0 minutes to post for like 5 minutes. Yeah, Gary, we get that a lot. We actually know that about 70% of people are using mobile, and we're going to do that. We just want to make sure that anything we put on mobile just keeps things simple too, right? The GSR Plus is easy to do. 1 to 2 right now on this 9 horse. Again, I'm just waiting for the scratches to come in at Belmont. We will cover Belmont for sure. They should. I mean, they've already come through. They just haven't come through on our system. So hopefully they come through, and then we'll cover Belmont. Okay, because it's really hard to handicap when the system doesn't recalculate. So I've texted Brad as well. I kind of like the 9-7 and look at the GSRs. So sometimes what I'll do, so if you look here, the 3, 8, and 10 I eliminated. So the 8 has a good GSR, but it's 1%, 35 to 1 on the EE morning line. You know, it doesn't look so good, right? So, but this horse, I will say this. Look at the last 3 races of this horse. Broke 7th, 7th, and 7th. But this horse also faced a 38 SOR last time out, and now is facing a 58. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to eliminate him, even though he has a high GSR, unless I could, I can't make a case for him even with the high GSR. Watch him running the money. Get rid of them. And now all of a sudden you're just, once you do that, you can reconfigure or relook at the GSR, right? And that's what I'm doing now. So consensus, Rachel McLaughlin likes the 9. Bill Downs the 9. Martha Clausen likes the 9. The morning line likes the 9. Our morning line has the 9 at 3 to 5. Right. So if you get rid of these horses here, maybe do something like that. Why not? But I think the 7 might run a good race at 8 to 1. 6 horse is the Scotty's second pick, though, right? And this horse, the last couple of races broke bad. Look at this. When this horse breaks good, it runs well. I could see the 6 running good. Yeah, I could definitely see that. Oh, nice, Frankie. Glad to have you aboard. We're gonna do with it's the simulated race, Ron. Absolutely, that's happening. Yeah, you guys just hold tight. There's such good stuff coming out. I showed you guys the ticket book that's coming out here, maybe even as soon as next week. I've been working with Brad on that and the team, and that's coming out nicely. Wait till you see the way that functions. It's fantastic. Yeah, you guys are gonna like it. Keep track of how you're doing, what you do well on. Also when you look at a horse like the 9. You would look at the horse to the outside and see if it has speed. And it does look like the 10 has some speed. But you would even like a horse even more if the horse to the outside isn't that fast in quarter horse races. Okay. By the way, if you haven't watched Los Alamitos or quarter horses here at Indiana Grand, our system is deadly with quarter horses. So I see them loading in the gate right now. We can't show the races live. Oh, thank you so much, Michael. Yeah, we've been working with them, and you're going to see a lot more of that. Hey, John. We've been doing really well at Woodbine, by the way. Scotty Longshot's been doing really good. What's up, Tony? You guys are up this morning, ready to go. All right. Is the 10 going in? No, you didn't miss anything. We're just waiting for scratches to come in from Belmont Park on our side. They came in. What up, Pat? Yeah, we've been crushing Woodbine. I don't know why. I don't know. There's a late scratch of the 2 horse. All right. So that helps as far as your ticket size. So you can get rid of the 2, regenerate, and there you go. Look how easy that is. You see that? And then imagine there's a bet now button eventually, and you can just bet that. That's where it's going. You're not hungover? I know. I feel better now. And I don't live that far as well, too. I definitely just need to take an Uber next time. I'm not even going to mess around with that. It kind of scared me a little bit this morning, to be honest with you. It's very irresponsible. In my defense, I honestly didn't even feel buzzed. I don't know. Maybe it was dehydration. Maybe I didn't drink enough water. I don't know. This 9 horse looks very difficult. 62%, top GSR, top Scotty pick, 3 to 5 on the morning line. Good morning, Frank. Here's the thing with the Scotty long shots. These things come in bunches. Have you noticed that? The Scotty long shot wins just under 15% of the time, a little bit over 14, just in between there. I think it's like 14.6 or something like that. And that changes a little bit, but not much. All our algorithms are actually very consistent. We're never cold, ever. We're not necessarily hot, but they're never cold. You know that you can see hot tracks by clicking here, right? So they're okay. I mean, half the tracks maybe. And these tracks basically are hitting at 36% or above in the last 16 races. That's what that flame means if you didn't know. Okay. And then you can also go to the dashboard and you can see hot tracks right here. And if you see my picture, then it's the Scotty top pick that's doing well. If you see our logo, then the Wi-Fi sign with the horse. By the way, how dope is this logo of ours, right? Modern, got the horse, the Wi-Fi. Yeah, we got really lucky with that. But you can see Monmouth Park sitting at 50%. And race number 1 is coming up in 47 minutes. You can click on that and go straight there. Just like that. That's simple. Want to play Indiana? Go back to Indiana race number 4. Just click there. Take you right back to Indiana. You want to play a pick 5? You can do that. Do it for $48. Boom. You can go anywhere. Get information. 9, you want to adjust the ticket, single the 9, right? Then we go to the next race and you go, okay, let's look at what it's covering here. It's covering the 9-horse Sky Longshot. It's covering all the horses I would probably cover. Okay. You can use the EE Morning Line, which I do all the time, to just see if because the EE Morning Line is so much more accurate than most of the odds makers. And my mom was telling me lukewarm water and actually with honey as well. And then, so you can come over and see what it's using and you can adjust it and go, okay, the morning line here, let me see if I see. Okay, so here's the morning line of 5-1 on the 8. Not in the top 2, Scotty, but look at the EE morning line. It's 15-1. But the horse is 22%. But, I mean, it's a tough one. Broke 9th. It's a hard one for me to leave out, I got to admit. For whatever reason, though, the system doesn't like it. I will tell you this. Normally, horses like this I would throw out because the E morning line is so bad on the horse and he's not in the top 2, Scotty. But he's only raced 1 time. And I always tell you guys, second-time starters are so dangerous. You got coffee and Bailey's already. Look at you. Oh, yeah. Okay, let's see here. Good call, Chris. So you can see here. Hold on here. Which race are you talking about, Chris? Are we talking about this race here? Oh, yeah. So in this race, Beach Diva got off of the 8-horse, who only a low win percentage anyway, so I'm not sure that tells us much. And Samuel Mendez gets off of the 2 and the 4 to ride here. So if you haven't seen this feature, it's fantastic. You see the jockey's win percentage, the trainer's win percentage. You see the jockey-trainer combination win percentage. This is over 365 days. And then you also see when jockeys are getting off certain horses. Yeah. Yeah. So they're still circling. I mean, this, I would say, look at, I know it's scratch and all that, but like to take 5 minutes after a scratch, and then you're already like literally 10 minutes past post time, maybe even more, it's I remember when I was working for TVG, it was really, really hard for producers at times to know, where to go, had to watch that closely. It's so much better when tracks just try to go on time for everybody. But I'm a big fan of Rachel McLaughlin, so I'm going to support him. So, okay, so let's see if we can make any changes to any of this stuff. Maybe the last leg, covering 2 horses, 40% and 31%. So, okay, here's a tip for you. If you're gonna single a horse where you only like 2 of them. Don't all of a sudden single a horse in a race where you had 5 horses and then you decide to single a horse, right? That's the biggest mistake that handicappers, especially young handicappers, make. You're better off, if you want to single a horse so you can spread out in the other races, you're better off trying to figure out who's going to win between the 6 and the 7. At least you have a 50-50 shot. But if all of a sudden you like 4 horses in a race and you decide, you know what, I can't use all 4 of those because it doesn't fit in my ticket, so I'm just going to go ahead and single 1 horse in there, that's a mistake. Make a call here. Maybe the SOR. The 6th horse has a 50, this has a 50. Okay. What's the difference between these horses? Tough read. This one went 13.63. I like time only in quarter horses. Other than that, I despise time. Indiana Grande. Hey, Martine. Yeah, Indiana Grande is running. So looks like they're almost in line. See if we can get. Let's see if we can get a 9-7 or 9-6. Yeah, I've heard about that, Vito. Yeah. Victor Espinoza flying in, huh? I have to look at that over at Gulfstream for one race. Nine broke okay, not great, but probably gonna. Oh yeah, gonna be good enough to win this race pretty easily. So I think that's the 7 maybe that's in second right now, right? Or is that the 6? It's gonna be 9-6-7 or 9-7-6. Yeah, 9-6-7 looks like, right? So we nailed that one, right? 9-6-7. That's all we talked about. You guys get that? I know this isn't a boom show, but do we get any booms at all? Oh, Keith's got, okay, we got a boom. All right, let's see if the scratches are in Belmont. Come on, please. Ugh. Drives me crazy. Oh, you got that. I mean, you did the betting. We just talked about it, but you did the betting. And we even said, remember we said like maybe key to 7 in the second spot and the third spot as well, right? You can do stuff like that. I do that in tournaments all the time. All the time. No, I know they're in, John. I've been working with Brad on this right now. He's had other projects, so he's got to get on this too because our scratches are coming in much later than they were. I don't know why. I don't know why. Okay, there we go. Just came in. So what we're looking for, you see all those. So what we're looking for is what I don't understand is the rate. You guys, we're still showing it on the turf. Is it still on the turf or is it off the turf? I don't understand why there'd be so many scratches if it's still on the turf. Anybody know? You can see here on the weather widget, there's moderate rain, and you can see the rain cloud. But it's off. Oh, God. And we're not reflecting that. Are all races off the turf today? Eight and 9 are? Okay, thank you for that. Yeah, I know because you're gonna see no scratches there. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Hey, Corky. All right. I can't handicap this until our system updates because it won't be accurate. It'll be a waste of time. Sorry about that. Let's go to Gulfstream Park real quick. It's 43 minutes before that race. So 16 races over in Indiana Grand, 4 in the books. What did that pay? Results come in yet? Yeah, let's see. 967. Wow, that's a really small trifecta. $4.20 for 50 cents. The 9.6 exacta paid $3.50 for a buck. Wow. I didn't hear Cindy. I've literally they poured all night, Albert. No, thank you for that. The E morning lines change after scratches, Gary. Yes, they do. Irish coffee. Yeah, I love Irish coffee. I did tell me. Can you tell me what I didn't hear of Naira's response. I missed that one. I got it. I'm bad with keeping updated on horse related stories. I really am. I need to keep up on that because sometimes I'll be on a podcast or be on a show and somebody will ask me something. It happened to me. Whose show was I on? It happened to me. Asked me a question about something that happened, and I'm like, and I answered a question. I answered it, and I was completely. And then I listened back to the show, and I'm like, what was like? I had no idea. But I also think the host needs to also make sure that they don't ask you questions just assuming too. So you have to really be careful. Wow, I think that's. I don't know what that means overall. So what does that mean for Bob Baffert? Are they suspending him from Naira from Naira tracks, or what are they doing? I mean, they should put the bettors first. They should. Look at the way poker's been successful. Look at the way poker's been successful. I know the Pollock report's good for sure. Brad just responded. Let's see. Yes, and let me check. Okay, so Brad's checking on that. Sorry, everybody. And you want to know something? And it's been raining all night too at Belmont, and I don't do. You know, when I did the podcast a few days ago, the weather didn't reflect that it was going to rain, and I just don't handicap wet tracks well. I just don't, and I think it's important. I have no problem acknowledging that too. By the way, like none of us have all strengths, right? Like I do try to focus on things that I'm weaker at too a little bit. I want to get better at them. Wet tracks is not one of them I want to get better at. It's just not, because there's already so many different variables that we have to calculate and factor in. I'm pissed off about the new Lasix thing, because that's another factor that we all have to factor in. But now you're going to go factor in wet tracks, and it's a jockey's race, and is the track sealed? I mean, I just think horse racing has to get a lot better at giving us information. Tell us if the track was sealed. Yeah, that's hopefully, yeah, possibly, Cindy. You're right. I hope it. I remember when I went to Saratoga for a few days, it was raining the entire time. Okay, you got it, Andrew. No problem. Let's look. I know we're gonna. We might as well. The weather's good here. Like if you guys are okay with changing up, I have no problem covering Gulfstream Park. There's I think 10 races, right? 12 races today. Yeah, I have no problem with that. So it would have been easier for me, believe me, to cover Belmont Park since I had handicapped almost the entire card. There was a race. Which race is Victor Espinoza in? I imagine it's this one probably, right? Let's see here. No. He's in this one. All right, so on CC, I happen to have a note on this horse. In from Southern California. Very nice horse is my note. That was an optional claiming allowance. And then, all right, so this is an invitational race. Okay, so these races typically do not come up that strong. That being said, this CC does not look like the same horse that she was, right? You can see that, right? She's come back. She won an allowance race, and then she was in a grade 2. Whereas before, I mean, she won the grade 1 Apple Blossom as last year. So, I'm curious what the E morning line is. It's 9-2. I mean, Victor Espinoza makes the trip. I'm a little surprised, but these races typically come up like tough as competitive wise. So what you're looking for in a race like this is a horse that's winning grade 3s, excuse me. This horse won a grade 3, but barely. At 7 furlongs on a sloppy track. So hard read, top Scotty pick. This horse, Won an optional claiming. So you can compare them with each other. So an optional claiming 63,000, not lightly raced, does have 8 wins and 23 tries, only 2%. I would absolutely not like this horse at all, right? And when you compare it to this horse, who's been competitive in grade 1, there's no comparison. So that's an easy scratch. Not scratch, but eliminate. You come over and look at this horse. This horse just got second with 7 other horses in a grade 2. That was in January. Lightly raced only 10 races and been in the money in 8 of them. This is a big time contender. Big time. Tactical, fast. I mean, this horse had the lead in the grade 2 pretty much, like right there. Yeah, 3 horses solid. Got to use the 3. See how fast we can do that? I mean, this horse here, grade 3 winner at 6.5 furlongs at Gulfstream Park. So we know the horse likes the track. And the reason we know that is, one, we on the dirt in 31 races earned 19,600 per start. At 7 furlongs earned 27,000 per start. So this is clearly the horse's best distance. And then at Gulfstream Park, 31,700 per start. So things are lining up for the 4. 4's competitive. Right? I can't say no on this horse because this is the 3rd race off a layoff. And maybe the horse bounced. Maybe. Yeah, but just might not be the same horse anymore. But you're talking about a horse that is a grade 1 winner and won that Apple Blossom from the 14 post. So, I mean, obviously this horse was a talented horse. And then really started regressing, right? And yes, the horse won that last race, but that was against a 70 SOR. This is a 76. Then lost against a 66 group. So arguably, that grade 2 was weaker than optional claiming. At least the SOR says that. I would lean against the 5. And Laura's Light, this horse. It's a way different race on a sloppy track. You're the big favorite. You win by 4 lengths. All that stuff. It's a big difference here. Although the horse is Scotty's second pick, 7 furlongs is a completely different race. Horse has never been 7 furlongs, never been at Gulfstream Park. It's an invitational race. You got to put the horse in the race. But I don't love this horse personally, but it can definitely win. I like and the 1 post here is not necessarily a good place to be either, but this horse is pretty solid. Grade 3. I barely won a grade 3. Well, I kind of like the 3 or 4. This horse beat a really easy field. Did it easily. This is much, much tougher. If you look at all the SORs here, nothing's even close to a 76. It's a Scotty long shot, but this would not be my type of horse at all. I think this horse has a shot, but it'd be more for the exotics. All right. You see it as a standout, really. I like the 3. I would agree. This horse looks solid. I doubt. I think this horse will go off maybe as one of the favorites. I don't. The 1's got a big look, no doubt about it. But this is the type of horse. Like, look, I mean, went gate to wire against a cheaper group here, going 8 furlongs, and then barely gets up to win this grade 3. And horses like this, and now you're in the rail. So just it's definitely this is a competitor here, but this is not a standout. Yeah, that's a great question, David. Great question. All right. Why do you have to ask me all the hard questions? I mean, the horse's form is tremendous. 7 wins, earned 472,000, stand out in the field in that sense. But so I look at the GSRs. So when you look at the GSRs, you can see 66. This horse is in the 60s, very consistent. Really, the only poor races were in grade 2s and grade 1s, right? As well, the grade 1 Delmar Oaks, that was 9 furlongs on the turf. I would just be careful to love this horse based on that effort over at Lone Star Park. That was Lone Star Park, sloppy track, only 4 other horses, was 80 cents on the dollar. That was a mile. Now all of a sudden it's going 7 furlongs. This is a completely different race. There's just no way of knowing, honestly. This is not a single. It's just, I mean, on paper, this is not a single, but this is a horse that likes to win. She's solid, no doubt. If you look at her GSR plus, her, you can see the consistency of her. It says dirt, turf, it doesn't matter. Synthetic is even higher. Wet track is okay. So I just find this race difficult. I do. I find this race difficult. Well, no, I was going to say Zayas gets off of the 3 horse, but the 3 horse has been off for a while, so it doesn't necessarily mean anything. Jaramillo's on. I think that the fact that O'Connell is putting Jaramillo on tells me that they're going to try to go the lead. The 1's not getting the lead. 4's not getting the lead. 5's not getting the lead. 6 is pretty fast, but now it's at 8 furlongs. This horse is not that fast, I don't think. That was cheaper group. The 3 could go gate to wire. Yeah. Yeah. What's up, Nate? Yeah, 3 could go gate to wire. All right, let's go to Indianagram. Eliminate the 1%. The reason I didn't automatically eliminate the 1 is because it's not a 20-1 or 25 or 30-1 EE morning line. It's 15-1. Okay. Also, look at the jockeys and the jockey and trainer. I mean, 28% jockey, 22% trainer, and they're 28% jockey trainer combination. But the negative is 1%, not a Scotty long shot, and only 39 on the GSR. So you at least just have to give it a look and see if you can find something there, right? And broke in, bothered rival, stepped out, this horse, and now goes up to a 62. But this is the scary part of a horse like this. This horse is 30-1 in the morning line, 15-1 in the EE morning line, is 11-1 right now. Connections are fantastic. Why does a trainer who's 22% take a horse that has been getting her butt kicked and all of a sudden put this horse in a trial? Maybe because it's a possibility, because was excuses in these races. I don't know. I don't know. It's a real tough one. That's one that is a tough call right there. But you got the top GSR by 15 points in the 6, 6-5 in the E morning line. Top Scotty pick 37%. But there's a lot going for this 6 horse. The reason you're getting 2-1 and not 4-5 is because of connections. That's the only reason. Cutbacks from a mile to 7 furlongs, Steve. If I like to see a horse that's been showing speed so anytime you cut back, if a horse doesn't show speed and they're cutting back, they almost never win. But if a horse is showing speed going longer and they cut back, they can come from behind and win. So in that case, because the track was sloppy and the horse went off as the big favorite. If we're talking about the 6 horse, Laura's Light or whatever it was, I think should be fine at 7 furlongs. I think should be okay. I think the 3 might go gate to wire. All right, let's look at Indiana Grand. Might as well. All right, race number 5 coming up in about 15 minutes from now. You guys got that right. I made a funny right there. It says 0 minutes to post. So in a race like this, you see the trouble line. I've never seen that. I've never seen a note like that before. Appeared seasoned. That's the note. Appeared seasoned. It's an interesting trouble line note, actually. Anybody else ever seen that before? I've never seen that. appeared seasoned. I kind of like it because it tells me what you're looking for with these younger horses. Okay, I'll give you another tip. So especially when I'm at the track or if I'm at a tournament, I'll watch the horses very carefully on these young horses, 2-year-olds. Well, one, the GSR is most important, right? But I'm also looking to see, can I look at that 2-year-old and tell that the horse is 2 years old? It might not be the most talented horse in the race, but some of the talented ones are slow to mature. All of us, just like humans, right? So some mature faster than others. But you also, on the other side of that, you got to watch for the ones that now all of a sudden had 3 or 4 races and you start seeing a pattern of them improving. It means they're figuring things out. You can find prices that way. But you can also find prices with these first-time starters, second-time starters, that type of thing, by looking at their bodies, maybe on the inner feed and going, oh man, I could never tell that horse is 2 years old. So just a couple different ways of handicapping. Like I feel like I have an advantage when I'm at Del Mar because I'm at the track and I'm looking at these horses and I'm seeing them in the paddock. All right, let's look at this. So the problem with a horse like this is it barely won. And the headwinds, the crosswinds, no win. I mean, it changes from like race to race to race up at Indiana Grand. It's crazy. Really hard to even judge the time up there, right? So, and that's from one race to the other. I like this here. I like the fact that this horse went off at 4-1 here in its second start after not running very good in the first time. But it did face state breds, but it's facing state breds here and broke 8th and still barely lost and actually placed first. That's a good sign. That's a good sign. Horse is 7-1 though, but it is 15%. Scotty's second pick, but we've talked about overlays. Well, it's getting bet. It's 7-2 on the EE morning line, which is a positive as well. I like the 9 and I like the post. If this horse breaks good, could be very tough. They're going in the gate. And maybe, you could take the top 3 GSRs as well, which, oh, by the way, are the top 3 Scotty picks too. The top 2 Scotty, maybe do a 4, 6, 9 exacta box. And then play a bigger exacta 6 over 4, 9. And you could do a trifecta too. 6 over 4, 9 over 4, 9. Something like that. 3 is a third-time starter. Had a perfect trip last time out, though. Perfect trip. And barely got up. I personally like to try to beat horses like that, but it's hard to tell when you have these babies that can improve from one race to race dramatically. But I kind of like the top 3 Scotty picks. We'll see what happens here. Loading into the gate, and I didn't get a chance to see the horses yet. 7 didn't look so good to me. Going into the gate right there. 8 looks average to me as well. I really wanted to get a chance to look at the 9 horse, but never got a chance to see that. And 10's going in as well. And good luck. I think this 9, if the 9 breaks good, I think this 9 could run good. Didn't break bad. Nine six. I didn't see where I don't know if the 4 broke bad or what. Yeah, Arazi, by the way, was one of my favorite horses all time. It was because of that Breeders' Cup. It was because of that Breeders' Cup. Insane. What did 9 go off at? We got 6-1 on that 9. Wow. Six to 1, over 3-2. It's a nice exacta. Where are the booms? Keith is the only one betting? I know. I don't. You know what? I don't remember really seeing him do very well in the breeding. But me too, Mark. That Breeders' Cup race, the best. The best. Top 2 GSRs coming first and second. Top 2 Scotty picks. So we caught this horse because it was Scotty's second pick. The EE morning line was 7-2. It was 15%, second top GSR, and the horse broke 8th and still came up to run like that. All we needed, the horse drew a good post. $27 for a buck on that exacta? Wow. Wow, that's incredible. Nice. All right. See, we're just kind of fartsing around, but we're making money. You guys not in betting mode right now? Where are you guys? Keith's the only one betting? You're too busy handicapping other tracks. We're sitting here winning. Why am I betting with you, Keith? I'm not even betting. $27 exacta there? Look at that. That was easy. Okay. Look how fast that result came in. That's fantastic. I love that. Look at that. Don't see that very often. Came in quick. There we go. Wow, look at that. $55.20 for a $2 exacta. Nice. You got a little bit more. What's up, Deb? You know it. Oh. No, it gave me chills. It gave me chills. And I saw it on Twitter. Somebody posted a video of that, and I saw it on Twitter. It brought me back. It's one of the things that attracted me to horse racing when I saw that race. The best juvenile Breeders' Cup race I think I've ever seen. And one of the best. That move was unbelievable. Yeah. Now you got some bankroll, Keith. Belmont updated on the site. Yeah. I mean, we can cover Belmont. But I mean, I don't know that I can help you guys too much with the wet tracks. You know what I mean? Like, you guys can look at this stuff. That podcast I did, we'll talk about some of the horses I like, but I think I covered the pick six. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Well, at least cover the horses I did on the show. Okay. We'll do that because I already have the information. Yeah. He's amazing with quarter horses. P-Val was on top of him. Yeah. Oh, Paulson, right? Wasn't Paulson the owner? He owned an aerospace company. But yeah, P-Val was aboard. Oh, man. You know, I have a story about P-Val. I don't know if I can share it. You've heard the rumors. They're all true. Yeah. I met P-Val about 15 years ago. And I sent a limousine to pick him up. That's the beginning of the story. Maybe I'll tease you guys on this story. I don't know. What's up, Leah? Oh, my goodness. All right, so you can see my notes. One did not beat much in the maiden breaker, but did it easily. And I kept it in there, 51%. Are you sure it was his niece? Because, okay, so when I played poker with Jerry Buss, the owner of the Lakers, a few times, right? I didn't know him. Gentleman. But the 2 times I was there and I'd heard the rumors, he had the most beautiful girls with him. And he'd always say, "This is my niece. This is my niece." He used to crack us up, everybody. He was really a gentleman, really nice guy, but he loved the young women. So, oh yeah, with Frank as well. I remember Frank. What a personality with Frank. What was Frank's last name again? Frank and Jerry were best friends. I think, didn't Frank own the sports arena? Yeah. Marinari. Yeah. That's right. Full of personality. I think Frank owned the sports arena that is next to what was Hollywood Park. I forget the group. I don't know if you guys heard about this, but there's a group trying to right now buy the Arlington Park, so they don't take it down. I hope that happens. I hope that happens. Well, first of all, P-Val was by far the best gate rider that ever lived. Nobody got a horse out of the gate. He was CEO for the Lakers. Okay. He did own the Forum. Okay. Yeah, it was the Forum. I'm sorry. My bad. What am I thinking? Yeah, not the sports arena. That was where the Clippers played. Yeah, the Forum. No, I used to play it. Do you remember Ocean's 11 in Oceanside? I played there. And then Commerce Casino, I saw them there a couple of times. I was so out of my league at that time. I had no idea what I was doing. No idea. Yeah, it is. I would go to Del Mar, and then on my way back, I would stop off because I didn't get enough action, and I'd stop and play poker and lose all the money I won in horses. So I'm going to suggest, at least early on the card, that you try to lean towards horses that have speed, at least early on at Belmont. Really look at horses maybe that are getting the lead and maybe stopping a little bit, and maybe give them an extra look at Belmont. If you're going to play Belmont, give them an extra look. But you can see my notes here. I only like the 1, 5, and 7, but that was before the wet track. The weather witch is just saying moderate rain, so I don't know what it's doing. Race number 6. I like the 3, 9, 8, 10. 3, 8, 9, 10. Off the turf. I almost hate even showing you guys this, because with a wet track or any race that's off the turf, I didn't handicap it as that. I do think this is a single. Horse is tactical, going to get a good trip, top Scotty pick. I think this is the single of the day. Storm Advisory is who I like. I like Al Cools a little bit too. The horse is fast. And I do like the 4. It's Scotty's second pick. And I thought skipping on Orchard, Irad Ortiz is aboard. I thought this one might surprise. But I do think the 8's a single. I think the 8's going to get a really good trip. What's up, Chris? Peter Fornatail said, he told me in the show that he liked the 7. And the horse has got great form. And this horse you can get a price on a horse like this, and I'll tell you why. Look at the form of this horse. So Peter's not wrong. Ran bad here because drew the rail, right? That was back on 319. Throw that out. Then comes back and really has done nothing wrong. And then in the last race went 8 furlongs and dueled. This horse is fit as can be. So 5-1 the morning line. You could get a price here, no doubt. EE morning line's 5-1 as well. By the way, you can trust the morning line odds maker over Belmont Park and Aqueduct. Fantastic. You can trust it. Thank you, and thank you very much. Race number 10, Dustin. Let me look. By the way, if you send me a note here and I miss it, redo it, okay? Because I'm trying to focus on this too, and look at the chat, but sometimes I could miss it, okay? Inside posts, your oldie is absolutely right. Inside posts do really good at Gulfstream Park at every distance. 1-turn miles over there, going 8 furlongs, deadly, 1 and 2 posts. 7 posts and above, not so well, believe it or not. Look at the GSRs in this race, the Suburban Stakes. And my note was, this is a match race between the 4 and the 6, and I'm leaning towards the 4 horse. Look at that GSR 86. They faced each other in the Jockey Club Gold Cup over at Belmont Park. Same conditions, 10 furlongs, dirt. Let's look at the wet breeding. 77 on the 4 and 70 on the 6. So it's 69. So 10 furlongs, 69's top. And 81 on wet. Wow. Maybe lean towards the 4. Remember we talked about if you're going to find a single, choose between 2 horses. 6 is 5 for 5 lifetime though. Happy Saver. But I just think Mystic Guide has a really solid future. I really do. Betting the money in all 8 tries. This is a very, very nice horse. I think this is one of those horses that he was trying to figure it out a little bit early, but still just so talented. And then had that layoff there. Now, don't get caught up in that grade 3. This is a very nice horse who beat an easier field. That's all. Happy Saver's the real deal. I think it's a 2-horse race. Yeah, I think it's a 2-horse race. Okay, let's look at Gulfstream Park race number 1. 2-year-old race, 11 minutes to the race. And look, we all know that races like this with mostly first-time starters were impossible to handicap before EquinEdge. I'm not just, it's a fact. The Scotty long shot is deadly with first-time starters. Deadly. And look at it. Not only is it 16%, not only is it Scotty long shot, but it also is the top GSR. So you've got 3 metrics. 3 metrics that are saying that this 8 can run. And it's 6-1 right now. I don't know why. The negative is for me is the EE morning line is 12-1. I will say this: if the EE morning line has a weakness, and it's not a weakness, it's just not as good. We ran the numbers; it's pretty good, but I would say it's with first-time starters. So I'm not going to let the morning line, the EE morning line, influence me here. That GSR 72, Scotty long shot 16%. Yeah. Oh, you did say that? What's up, Brady? I miss you, brother. You could tell us your notes ahead of time, would you please, Greg? Oh, the 8 you're talking about. Oh, over at the horse at Aqueduct. You thought it's a single as well? Yeah. Yeah, I think the horse is single. If that's what you're talking about. Or you're talking about the EE morning line with first-time starters. You remember that, Junior? That's how we built up a following of people as I was, and that, by the way, that same algorithm. So the one you're talking about, they're my notes. Okay, gotcha. By the way, remember, so what Junior's talking about was we gave away my top pick, my second top pick, and a Scotty long shot. That's the algorithm you see here in Scotty's picks. You're talking about, okay, Gulfstream. Okay. That's this same algorithm. And we gave that away. I want to say what we probably gave those picks away for free for a year, I would say. Yeah, do you remember that? Us. And then isn't it amazing when you think about this, since we launched this, what, a year and a half ago? Look at how this site has evolved. Imagine what this is going to be like in a year and a half from now. Oh my gosh. It's going to just be insane. I wish you guys, I can't share everything, but I wish you guys could see all the stuff we had planned for, but you guys are great. I mean, look at this chat. You guys support each other, support me. We support each other. It's fantastic. Monmouth Park race number 1 is coming up. Look at race number 2. Okay. By the way, I think when you have an advantage of seeing where the money is going, I just think you have to look at the one horse. No, well, it's 9-2 on the morning line, 12-1 on the morning line, but it's getting bet. It's a tough one. Draws the rail. You know how hard it is at 5.5 furlongs on the rail at Gulfstream Park? I can tell you that I would play against the one, no matter what. The odds are this horse is not good. But I would also watch how well the horse runs, watch him carefully, because you could catch him next time out at a price. You can catch him at a price. Yeah, please don't forget to like the show, everybody. It's really easy to do. And also you can follow us on YouTube and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and then click on the bell and for notifications, and you'll see whenever we have a show. And we send you emails, but you'll get that. Okay, let's go to race number 2. Cindy wanted to cover race number 2. We have 7 minutes. Scratch of the 4 horse. Yes, we're going to work on that, Steve. We're going to have you're going to be able to get my notes, and you're going to be able to also have a group of your friends that you guys can share all of your notes together. That's going to happen. I don't know when, but that will definitely happen. I'm sorry. Unless you're lone speed, but for first-time starters, really, really tough to win first time out, unless maybe a really tough big number, or the horse has speed. I would be very careful with that. I'm guessing this horse is going to have a tough time at the rail. So race number 2, tough race. I really lean on the average SOR here to help me as well. You got a 50 here on the 5. The problem is this horse got 1/3 in 7 tries. But here's the thing. None of these horses have really proven anything. Peruvian Dancer, Scotty, second pick. I'm looking for a horse that maybe has some speed. I definitely am not taking a horse like this, the 7 horse who's top pick, who's lost 4 straight races as the favorite. And look, it comes back at the same level. Look at this. Not one win in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 races. Not one is a 2. $6,300 lifetime. Nada. And 5 times the favorite. I pass. I mean, this horse can beat me all day long, but these are the types of horses where I've played huge pick sixes and left horses like this out. And I'm able to spread out in other races and win. Let's see here. So I'm looking at this horse who's dropping in class, and these horses can step up. This horse has, this one might show some speed. And because at this lower level, has been tactical against better horses. Not my favorite, but I wouldn't be surprised. Peruvian Dancer. This is an ugly race. And the first time this horse dropped in, same conditions last time out, didn't run a lick. Yeah. Malibu Mandate. I'm probably, 10. This horse ran second against a 44 group, 2 back from the 10 hole. Do you know how hard, that is really tough to do? And then had trouble last time out as the favorite. Throw that out. I'm leaning towards the 8. All right, let's see what Greg's saying. Oh, thank you so much. You're just always such a you're just always such a gentleman, Greg, too. Really appreciate you. Thank you for your support. What the community we're building with all of you guys is just amazing. It really is. We talk about it as a team all the time. You should join the VIP Facebook group too, because there's a lot of great people on there helping each other. And even the gentleman that was complaining about the average SORs, I didn't take it bad. Because a lot of people don't understand AI and how it works and stuff like that. And logically speaking, he's looking at this. And people, especially horse players, naturally tend to be a little bit negative. Not all of us. Yeah, first-time starters, sprint races on the rail, unless you have lone speed, it's very difficult to win from the rail. Very difficult, especially at 5.5 furlongs. Believe it or not, 5 furlongs wins more from the rail. The rail wins more at 5 furlongs than it does 5.5. I don't know why. Statistically speaking, I know that to be true. You can email me at scottypick6, the number 6 at Gmail. Anytime. I'd love to get it. You do. Race number 2, the 6-horse Smoky Song. Let's look at this horse. Anything can happen in this race. So the horse broke its maiden over at Tampa in a 30 SOR, and then jumped up to a 52 here going 6 furlongs. I cannot say this horse can't win this race. I can't. Because I don't know who this horse is. Is he a 40? Is it? And plus, I don't think this is the strongest field in the world. So I don't love this horse. And if I had to bet one horse in this race, it wouldn't be that horse. It'd be the 8. But I can't talk you off the horse either as well. Too many likes. Yeah, I don't blame her. Oh man, I was on an elevator. I was on the elevator here at my place yesterday, right? Jealous women and eliminated social media. Yeah, exactly. I was on an elevator yesterday. Coming down, I live on the 29th floor, and I'm coming down, and there's this Indian lady. She's probably 60, 65 years old. I see her. She gets in. She was the floor below me, and she gets in the elevator, and all of a sudden I kind of see her looking at me, and I'm like, she goes, "Are you married?" And it's the first words ever. "Are you married?" I'm like, "No." It's like, here's my daughter's number. She's a dentist. She's 39 years old. You need to call her. I'm like, next thing you know, she calls her daughter, gets her on the phone, and says, "This is Scott. This is Monique." And I'm like, "Hello." It was the oddest thing I'd ever experienced. But she was so cute and so funny. But yeah, that happened. All right, Gulfstream Park, race number 1. All right, we got to watch this thing, see what happens. They're going the gate over at Indiana Grand too, and we've been hot there. I know, right? Now race number 8 is off the turf. Oh God, I hate wet tracks. God, hate them. Have I told you guys how much I hate wet tracks? Gulfstream Park is off? No, not yet. Oh, we can't wait till we get these race replays and videos. All right, so Cajun's Magic. And the 7, by the way, the 7 horse got a 68, first time starter. I mean, nothing wrong with this horse. I'd be covering the 3, 6, 7, 8. That's what I'd be covering. These horses would be gone. I cover those 4. The system is saying single to 3, and the 3 is 3 to 5. Second time starter, no doubt about it. Probably the horse to beat. That experience is huge. The jockey's only 4%. A jockey at 4% at 3 to 5. That's very difficult for me. Nothing against Jesus Rios at all. It's just I'm looking at the win percentage. I'd probably do something like that. But I'm curious how this Scotty Longshot's going to run, this first-time starter. I like the post. John, very funny. I've never had crawfish, believe it or not. That's an angle, though, Greg, for sure. No doubt about it. I'm trying to think about what my angle is. What is my angle? I don't know. I have to think about that one. I was reading something online, though. It said, don't tell too much to the girl right away. By the way, if you guys do audiobooks, the black card, that's right, Pat. That's right. That's it. That's it, Patrick. it's the black card. Forgot about that. That is my angle. I just walk by, hold it like this, and just kind of walk by a group of women. The 8's running very good right now. You see that? 7's toast. The 3 horse is running good. I think the 8's going to peter out right now. Showed some speed early. The way I'm looking at the 8 right now, by the way, I'm guessing this 8 will. He looks one-paced and has some speed. So the 3, or the jockey's looking around in the 3. The 8's running really good, though. Like, really trying. Put a note on the 8 for sure. Scotty Longshot. And the 7's done though, and the 7's been stopping too. Oh no, I'm sorry, that's the first time starter, isn't it? No, 7's running good too, but the 3's going to win, and it's going to be very close. I think the 7 will get second. 8 ran good. 3, 7, 8. All right, pretty formful. We talked about those horses. Oh, you put 10 to win in place on the long shot. Oh, and they got third. You know, you can do that, Leah, but you should also do some sort of like trifecta, putting that horse in the third spot too. Okay, that's something you want to do. So you would do something like 3, 6, 7 with 3, 6, 7 with 8. You could have done that very easily and made some money. But the horse went off. The system said single to 3. It is. I'm not going to overthink it after it, but the fact the horse was getting bets at 3 to 5, is a sign for sure. Getting bet hard. I mean, the 7 ran good, and really it came down to that first start. I mean, the horse was good, but that 1 didn't run. Right? We talked about that 1 was getting bet but didn't run. The rail is a very tough place to be for a first-time starter. Really, really tough. Morning, John. Your angle is you're an octogenarian. I don't even, can somebody explain to me what an octogenarian is? I don't even know. Is that bad? I kind of feel dumb right now. I don't know what an octogenarian is. I want to know what guys, what is your guys' angle? Each one of you, like, what is the angle? Me, I guess it's the black card. I mean, it's an angle. Just saying, like, what's one angle? Like, how do you attract women? You know what, Craig? I've never been on a dating app or a dating site, but don't you love, like, what's your bio gonna say? If you're a woman, I'd love to see women's bio. I like to see men's bios as well. Like, you see these women are like looking for a nice guy. And then you look at the picture and you're thinking, that's 20 years ago. Looking for a family man, looking for a nice guy. I don't know. I'm passing that one. And women always say that. I'm looking for a nice guy. No, you're not. No, you're not. No, because when the nice guys come, you're like, oh, they bore me. You're not looking for a nice guy. Oh, you're one of those, Tom. All right, so you just take a bunch of swings and you get like, oh, okay, in their 80s. That's something. It's probably a lot easier to get some of the 80-year-olds, John, I would imagine, right? I mean, what's the rap there? I mean, you want to play cards, or, I mean, I don't know. What do people in their 80s do when they date? There's no such thing. No, there is, John. There is definitely a such thing as a night. Cindy doesn't attract women. You're taken. I know you're taken, Cindy. I know, because as good as you handicap, that's your angle right there, is I'm a better handicapper than you. You should get a shirt that says, I'm a better handicapper than you. I'm going to get a shirt for you that says, it's going to say EquinEdge somewhere, I'm a better handicapper than you. That's your angle, Cindy. Viagra. Oh. Maybe there needs to be a date. Look, I'm crying. Maybe there needs to be a dating site for if you're over 80 or over 70. I don't know. Maybe. Oh, you guys are funny. Take them to the races. Doesn't matter. Yeah, it's always a good thing, right? That's an angle. Yeah. Oh my God. You guys are funny. God, is there anything better than laughing like really hard? Like there's nothing, is there? Who won race 1 at Belmont Park? How did we do? I'd love to see how we did. So the exacta box, we hit that, but as favorites. The 56% horse won over the 30% horse. That was pretty cool, right? What did it pay? 3 went off as a favorite. Exacta $3.50. I mean, looked ice cold, didn't it? Loose skin, that's just mean. Come on now. Laughing is, oh, for sure. God, laughing is just so great. You guys have me crying today. And EquinEdge, yeah, dating site for horse players. That's actually a really good idea. And that is a really good idea. You know what? Noted. EquinEdge, something or other dating site. Oh yeah, for sure. Oh, you singled the 3, Cindy? Good single. I mean, the horse is getting bet like a champ. I think the hardest thing is the bio. And you see, even on Twitter, you see some people, right? You go way back, John. Oh yeah. But wasn't that the best time, John? I mean, even the 80s for me, I'm 55, but the 80s was fantastic. It was the best time. Who was the best horse that you ever seen, John, back in the day? Yeah, we needed AI. That's actually a really good idea. Well, supposedly these dating sites have AI, right? But I think AI for handicappers. I don't know. Let me ask you a question. Would you, if you're a serious horse player and you gamble all the time, would you want to date another horse player? Would you want that? I don't know. Don't you need that balance? You know what I mean? Like, oh my God. I don't know how that would work. I had a friend. No, I miss him, but he was the worst gambler in the world. And I'd be up, and every time be like, I need some money. But here's the thing. Yeah, EquinEdge date mate. Yeah, that's a good one. No, but here's the thing about you guys say ask Tim Yoler. Christie is the bomb. Tim is one of the best handicappers I've ever seen, but I bet you Christie's profitable. I don't know if Tim's profitable. Tim just won a big he won a tournament too. Christie is one of the best handicappers I've ever seen, for sure. So no, in that case, I think that works. She'll play in tournaments, and she won't even start Kelso. I knew, John, you were going to say Kelso. Do you know I have Kelso's past performances here in my phone, and once a year I'll tweet them out, and it's like always like gets more likes than anything I ever tweet out. Yeah, that horse was just unbelievable. Yeah. How did you find that out, Norm? How did you find out that the track was sealed? Is that available on their website anywhere, Norm? Because that's good information to have, especially when you're dealing with some of these East Coast tracks that rain out all the time. Yeah, that's a good one. The dating site could show like Scotty long shots. Like, this one might be good for you. It's a long shot play, but it could be good. Or maybe she's out of your league a little bit. It's a long shot play. But if you try hard enough, maybe if your bio's good enough or put a picture that was 20 years prior, maybe you got a shot. That's a good one. I like that. What's up, Bart? Oh, it was on a podcast? Okay. RTN showed that? Okay. You saw Affirm, Junior? Yeah. When was Affirm 76 or 78? Winning the Triple Crown, right? Affirm won the Triple Crown, I'm pretty sure, right? That was 76 or 78. The guy has to be a great handicapper or it's a total turnoff. Oh my God, you're demanding, Leah. The pressure. Yeah, I'd be sitting there like, oh God, I can't get this wrong. Got to get this wrong. So he's a complete loser if he starts losing money in front of you, huh? I know. And but if he's winning money, it's always good. You notice the way, like, you take a woman to the track, or my kids, my girls, take them to the track. They don't lose, because if they win, and here's the other thing, if I bet and I win, then, or give them money and they lose, they never really lose, because I'm giving them more money to keep on going. But if they win with the money I give them, then they're always like, okay, now I need some money to bet the next race. They take the winnings of that prior race and put it in their purse. You guys ever been with anybody like that? Oh, you don't. Okay, Deb, you don't need them to. You just need them to fund you money to for your habit. I know. Northern Dancer. Wow, that's going way back. See how you women are. 1978. That's what I thought. Yeah. So, Cigar, do you guys remember? If you remember, Belmont had Cigar on the turf, and the horse did not run good at all. But was training, what's up, Dennis? But was training lights out, but never ran good, and was running on the turf. And the minute that he put that horse on the dirt, Cigar turned out to be an absolute beast. Absolute beast. That's really good. So, you're dropping down in class because no one's swiping for you, so you got to drop down in class. Like, your criteria is just way too above you, and so you're gonna drop down in class. Oh my God! If somebody's watching this chat right now and they're new to the chat, they're like, "Is this a horse racing? What is this?" Oh. I'm new to this dating site. Whoa. Oh, God. You guys are funny today. All right, so Pimlico. Let me tell you about the track. So, I went back there with Brady and Justin for the Preakness, and I learned a lot about that track. So on the dirt, it's very tight turns, and you cannot be wide, and very few horses can come from too far back. It can happen, but if you're wide. So now I doubt that's going to happen to any of these horses in here, but it's something for you to remember. Also, there's a really nice GSR here on this 8-5 shot right now. 39%. Sheriff's Kid is also Scotty's top pick. And the horse went off at 23-1 last time out. Was not meant to run good because it was a tougher competition in 48 SOR. So here's what happens. So this is where you have to learn to throw out races. So you see a 48 on the turf, right? 48 SOR. So the horse went from a 36 SOR to a 48 in one race after winning for the 36 by 8 3/4 lengths. But look what also happened. Went up in class SOR and down 8 points in GSR. Total negative, and went off at 23-1. Throw that out. Now the horse is the favorite again. And the GSR is back to 67. Absolutely the horse to beat. And better than money in all three tries. You guys are making me hungry. Pizza is absolutely my favorite food. Yeah, we could rate by genetic strength. Yeah, that's true. So when you see their picture, then you can create a genetic strength rating. That's actually pretty funny too. Oh my God, that'd just be cruel, wouldn't it? Oh my God, can you imagine that? I don't think I could actually do that. That would just be terrible. It's like, sorry, you're a 19 GSR. Or maybe if you're a guy, you can't get into, you keep them all equal. So if you're a 50 GSR, then you have to be within that range, like 40 to 50, right? If you can't go in where the women are like the 80 GSR and you're a 30 GSR male, you can't get in that. You can't get in there. Maybe if you paid extra money, then you could get in there. We'd let you in. But good luck getting a date. Wallet strength rating. Deb. Look at Deb. Who are you? Who are you? That's really funny. Oh my God. We're going to create a WSR, wallet strength rating, equipment change, breasting. Oh, I needed this today, actually. All right, I'm going to Pimlico on my phone. So, because we're going to handicap Pimlico. It's not the same not watching races together, but that's coming. We're not going to do that at Del Mar anyways, because we're going to be doing the pre-show for the Del Mar handicapping. Deb is on a roll today, man. Yeah, it looks like you guys are the ones on the meds. I don't know. First time Viagra. That might attract some women, for sure. What's up, Marshall? I like the 2-horse here. The 5-horse. This is the kind of horse that just kind of prods along and is right there, right? And this horse can run good. This horse is a Scotty long shot, 7-2 right now. The EE morning line is 6-1. I like this horse. The 6-horse Irish Brandy. This horse is moving up in class. Barely won against a 40 SOR group, and 2-1 the morning line. I mean, the 6-horse is 1-for-1 at the surface and distance, but barely got up there, but did break from the rail. Oh, it won't matter because that was 8.5 furlongs. I just got to believe that the 5-horse is better than the 6. Though the 1-horse, and the 6 is getting bet, to be fair. But I like the 5-horse is 4-1. But how about the 1, who's a 6-5 favorite now? And this horse broke his maiden by 7, 8 furlongs at Laurel. Now here, going to show some speed against this group. Faced tougher last time out. Went off at 5-1. I like the favorites, and it's the top 2 Scotty picks as well. I actually like 2-1-5. I'm not really a fan of the 6-horse Irish Brandy. Barely getting up against a 40 group. But this is only a 42 group, so is realistically spotted, to be honest with you. So I'm going to lean more towards the 2 to win this race. I think Sheriff's Kid's going to be tough, and since the 1 is the favorite, you're getting 2-1 right now. Like if I had my betting app up right now, I would bet the 2. Actually, that's true. Your genetic strength rating would go up, oldie. If you're like, so on that note, so we had a friend of mine dated this girl, and this girl she was drop dead gorgeous and had 4 other sisters, and all 4 of them were absolute knockouts. And I remember going to their house one time, and I met the father. And I'm like, dude, like, who are you? You should hire yourself out for stud. I mean, breeding all these beautiful women. And it's like that with these sires too. It's really the same thing. There's something with that for sure. But yeah, oldie, definitely you'd have a really high GSR. But wouldn't it be, the GSR would be different depending on what you're looking at? Okay, your GSR in looks would be this. Your GSR in, well, this could get out of, we could lose or go a little crazy here. In different areas, it could be different. So maybe we'd have different GSRs. Vasectomy. That's right. You're gelded. Actually, some women, John, would find that attractive. Degenerate dating. Yeah. Vasectomy equal gelded. Yeah, absolutely. I'm gelded. Happily gelded. 6 horses not going into the gate. Jockey just got the 6 horse. Is now running into the rail. So the 6 horse is really, really acting up right now. And so if you bet that 6, I mean, I don't want to talk you off anything, but I can tell you if this was my money, that money would be coming off of this horse in 2 seconds. Not even in the exactas. It's making me like the 2-1 exacta or 2-5 exacta that much more. I mean, this 6 is acting up. Wow. You know, I don't know why they're not more prepared with blindfolds with these horses when that happens. You wanted to stand at Coleman Farms? I mean, I knew you were weird, oldie, but I didn't know you were a freak like that. Like, all right. They are locked and loaded. Let's see what happens here. I think the 2 is going to win. You're a richling. I don't think that's going to get you any points. One horse gets the lead. We're going to make the one very difficult from here to win. Yeah, even money the one went off at. Wow. Acadian Girl. Hung like a horse. That would probably get you some dates. What would the metric be called though? I mean, 1's running beautifully right now. 6 is not running. And I mean, at all. Hopefully some of you canceled the bets on the 6. 5 is running nicely. 2's running nicely. 1's going to win by the mile of the track is what I'm guessing. I mean, the 1's running so easy. 23 and 1's not bad. And then slowed down to 47 and almost 2. Officially 47 and 1. But 6 is stopping already. And I would say the 5's running better than the 2 right now. Yeah. 1-5. Look at the way the 1's going to pull away and win this race. I'm sorry to hear that, Cindy. I hope everything's okay. You know, Anthony, it's all subjective handicapping. You know, it's a new tool, brother. You know, but remember, like, there's a lot of metrics on here. There's a learning curve. You can learn a lot by watching the show as well, and you're going to get it, man. You just be careful in the beginning when you're learning the new tool, but it's definitely subjective handicapping. 1 wins for fun, but hey, listen, we're all here for you anytime. I'm here for you anytime as well. Okay. I don't really think it matters the better horses, to be honest with you, Anthony. I mean, everyone has their opinion. Yes, the better horses probably run more consistent. We could agree on that for sure. But it's you're learning a new tool. It's all subjective handicapping. You know, I could play the same race as you and lose, and then you win, and vice versa. You know, it's all how we interpret it. You know, but hey, I appreciate having you, and I'm here for you. But I think you'll see. If you look at it from a perspective, this is not a tout. If you look at it from perspective, this is just a new handicapping tool. And you're getting the information really fast, and it's giving you wonderful metrics. And when the metrics don't line up, Anthony, so if you see like a GSR like on the 2 or 67 or whatever, but then all of a sudden it has a low win percentage, or it's not in the top 2 Scotty, the metrics aren't lining. But when they all line up, it's fantastic. It's fantastic. But you seem like a good dude. It's good to have you too. But just remember, this is a subjective tool. Believe it or not, it's really in your hands. All of us. You have to learn to become a better handicapper using the tool. Okay. So, but we're here for you if you need. So the 1 horse goes off at even money. Came in 1-5. Not a surprise. 2 horse disappointed. Just stopped. And you should put a note on that. There was no excuses for this horse. Absolutely none. Everything said that this horse should run good today and didn't run. And that won easily. What's up, Margaret? All right, well, you stay safe, Cindy. No, I mean, I guess that could have happened. And by the way, too, on another note as well, guys, money management is so key. And believe me, I wasn't so good at money management in the past. I wasn't. Like, I would like a horse and I would just bet it all. And money management is key. You have to preserve your money, and saver bets. We always talk about that. Like a horse, key it in the second spot with 20% of your money, 15% of your money in case it gets second. Don't be so aggressive. Believe me, like if you'd have watched me bet in the beginning in the first 15 years, I would have freaked you guys out. I was nuts. And I lost. I mean, I hit some big pick sixes and stuff like that, but overall, I lost way more money. I was spending way too much time handicapping, and this is what's so great about this. I mean, you guys know I won the Pegasus tournament in January with no handicapping at all. That was amazing. I was just having a good time. Justin was over my house. He stayed, enjoying him. We had a good time. And my daughter was here with her husband, Austin, and we were just like Lexi and Austin, and we were just drinking, having a good time. And while people are sitting there handicapping a week before that tournament, I'm just having a good time. And I just show up and win the tournament. Like, this is part of the charm of EquinEdge as well. Got to have a life. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah. It did. I can tell you that we got 14 new subscribers 2 days ago and 47 yesterday since that. So it's been fantastic since. And I just really enjoyed myself. So it looks like, you know, I'm going to be on. I think Peter wants to have me on once a week, I think. Oh, that's right, oldie. Yeah, I'm very interested in that. I just don't know how, because I know that's on August 14th, which is my birthday, but I'm going to be at Del Mar. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it. I think Justin is. I know Justin's planning on coming down to Del Mar as well. So the Facebook group, Anthony. So you can go to the VIP Facebook group, and is there a link? I don't know if Mike's watching right now. If there's a link to it, but it's really helpful, and everybody there who has experience with EquinEdge will really help you as well. Yeah. Okay, so you want me to go to race number 8 at Delaware? Well, let's go to Gulfstream Park race number 2 first. I know Cindy's. Well, Cindy, what is your ticket? Are you still here? What is your ticket, Cindy? I know you singled the 3 horse in leg number 1. Yeah, well, I mean, when you started just going crazy, winning everything, that helped a lot too. Like Deb probably got 25% of her subscribers because of Deb. And then from you, like, you carried these shows for a month. Like, they were fun because you just kept hitting. Couldn't be happier for you. Delaware race number 8, right? Gulfstream Park race. Okay, so Delaware race 8. Okay, I'll look at race number 8 after this race here at Gulfstream Park. I like the 8 best. Malibu Mandate is who I liked. This horse is 5-2 right now. Here's Cindy's ticket right here. If you want to follow along or play, she's single to the 7 horse in leg number 3. I know we were going to cover Belmont, guys, and I sincerely apologize, but when they made all those scratches and everything, it just changed everything. 8 broke pretty good. So okay, so that's Cindy's ticket. Did good in the first there. Cindy's alive here, the 2, 3, 5, and 8. 8's getting a good trip. Tactical, just like we talked about. And by the way, yeah, the Scotty Longshot's been crushing at Woodbine. So watch Woodbine. That's coming up in 28 minutes from now. 3 horse an easy lead though, right now. Blankenstein. I would say this: you have a tough decision to make. So Anthony, here's an example for you. It's only 5% horse, But the top win percentage is only 27% and not getting bet at 5-2. But the EE morning line is 7-2. You see that? And then a decent GSR of 65. So there's conflicting information right there. It's a tough decision on what to do. Very hard. And these are the decisions that we all have to make. I mean, this horse was 8-1 on the morning line, but 7-2 on the EE morning line. So it instantly must be considered. 8's running good right now. And I would, and it has some momentum right now. 7's running good as well. Excalibur, who's 27%. It's going to be interesting. And 3's got horse right now. It's coming down to these 3. It seems like the 8's leveling off a little bit. This race is between the 7 and the 3. And I think the 7's got the measure. Looks like it. Excalibur. Top pick. And I didn't love this horse. And neither did the betting public. This horse is 5-2. But the EE morning line was 9-5. So Patrick wanted the 3. Use them all. Yeah, exactly. But 5-2. Yeah, I mean, these are tough horses. We talked about this horse. Look at this horse. This horse was the favorite in 5 races and burned money and finally gets the win. I mean, I'm an overthinker that way. I'm going to bet against horses like this all the time. Like last 8 races at this level didn't win, and all of a sudden gets a group that it can beat. I mean, tough. These are I would have left this horse off of everything on the win end. I guess on the positive side, it's the only horse to win at this. I will say this. I mean, 1 win, 4 seconds and 2/3 and 11 tries. So the horse tries. The horse tries. When you're the favorite, and lukewarm though, 3-1 last time out, and gets 5th by 9 1/4 lengths. Comes back here and wins. 3 ran a good race. This just was not a strong field. But you don't need to put that in your notes because the SOR is going to reflect that. In the beginning, I started putting weak race. I don't even know I would do that because that's what the SOR's job is. 7 hit, yeah. Top Scotty pick, top win percentage, 9-5 on the EE morning line. Money burning son of a gun. I mean, look at this. But gets the win here. Over the 3. This goes to show you how bad this horse broke its maiden going gate to wire against a 40 group and then gets beat really bad in the next 2 races. This goes to show you how weak this race was. But this horse is also very tough when it clears. All right, good. You ready to go, Scott? All right, Belmont Park race number 1's coming up. Let's get out there. Pick 5. Now, I'm going to lean towards speed, but I could be wrong. The track has been sealed. So the track being sealed, who's an aggressive jockey? Let me tell you something. Manny Franco, very aggressive. Joel Rosario, very, very aggressive. The SOR does. Yes, that's why when the question this morning was somebody was confused by it and said and felt like it was inaccurate, it adjusts. The average SOR does. It does not adjust on the past races. That will never change. But on the average SOR here for horses on the race view, right here, this is where it can change and it won't make any sense, possibly. Okay, right here. In this case, it's a 48, only 1 try, and it's a 48, so that's easy. But yeah, it does adjust. Eric Cancel's aggressive. Yeah, very aggressive. Same race SOR. That's a great question, Oldie. I don't think it does. I'm going to find out, though. You know what? That's a really good question. I'm going to ask. Let me text John real quick and see if I can find out now. Okay, Oldie thinks the 7 horse is a single. Junior likes the 1A to the tune. I mean, this on paper, this looks really, really wide open. I never hesitate betting on Cancel ever. Never. This is what the system's giving. Okay, so John just replied to me because that's a really good question. I don't know. I'm going to find out and I'll let you know. Good question, Oldie. Good question. He's not at his computer right now, he said, but he's gonna check and get back to me. Yeah. His first time starter. I don't like the gaps and works. I don't like the 2. This horse had trouble last time out. I think the 7 horse can run good. I would probably lean towards the 7. 8 horse is gonna maybe. Oh, here's the thing about a horse like this: can improve. Maybe they figured out what the issue is. Rosario jumps aboard, so this horse could improve. Yeah, when the person that created the algorithm doesn't know, that's funny. So yeah, he's going to check. These algorithms have a mind of their own. That's a very wet track at Belmont Park, isn't it? Wow. Yeah. You have to figure it's sealed because they knew the rain was coming and they had hard rain. So you have to believe who's the aggressive jockey. I mean, you've got to believe that one of these jockeys, I would just say this, who's going to have the lead? I would just gamble. I would bet on that horse. If one of you could tell me who's going to have the lead, I'm going to pull up my betting app and I will bet that horse just for the first race, at least the first couple of races, because usually when tracks are sealed like this and you can prepare for rain, usually speed holds. So I wouldn't take the 1 Bella Principessa because this horse breaks terrible to be on the lead. So I would say no. You have the 1A who is stretching out, but has broke bad in all 3 starts, but most likely could have the lead, John Velasquez. This first-time starter, I don't like the gaps in the works, but the works aren't terrible, the ones that we can see. The 7 horse can break good. The 7 horse might try to go the lead. And I wouldn't be surprised if the 8 tries to go the lead off the layoff with Joe Rosario. 5-1 right now. Seven to 1 on the 8. 7, you think the 7 is going to be on the lead? Well, they're at the gate. Michael thinks the 7 as well. It's going to be interesting. Let's see what happens here. I'm not so sure it's going to be the 7. I think Rosario from the outside is going to be extremely aggressive with the 8. I really do. Going to probably be keen off the layoff. And look at the EE morning line. It's 3 to 1. Good connections. And by the way, when you see a horse like this dropping in class, this horse might all along just be the type of horse that needs the lead. This horse, aside from that last race, hence the layoff, this horse has not run bad. I'm curious how the 8's going to run here. Let's see what happens. Bella Principessa is going to come from behind. That I'm sure of. I don't know what the first-time starter is going to do, but I'm guessing might need the race because when you see gaps in works like that, even though the works are decent, it usually is a sign that the horse needs the race. So Rosario broke on top. Now he's going to let the 7 go, and he's going to sit right off the 7. I mean, it's a good move. The 7 did get the lead. So good call on that. And the 8 really seems to be galloping nicely right now, like not really even being asked. 7, they're not going very fast though. I don't know that Rosario did the right thing though. Now he's letting horses get to the outside of him right now. So now this horse is in between horses. Never really a great place to be. I'd like to be the 7 at this point right now. Rosario's on the brakes. You can see when you see a jockey's legs going forward like that, he's on the brakes. 3 to 5 on the 1 and 1A. Gosh. The 1A is done already. Rosario seems to have horse on the 8 right now, doesn't he? It seems like it. Really is running a good race no matter what, considering. So he's leveling out now, but might have needed the race as well. I think that's a horse to follow next time out. I really do. Look at the horse trying. Really trying right now, which is a great sign. Just might have needed the race. The horse has got the lead. And look at the horse that got the lead is going to win. Exactly what you guys said. We talked about that. Great job on that. Look at that. Seven one eight. 718. Sweet Franny Lou. Oldie liked that horse. Yeah. Give Oldie a boom for that. Gate to wire, right? We talked about that. And the algorithm, the ticket generator had the 1 and 7. Anthony, you got that? Nice. So you the next race you have to play the speed. What's up, Karina? You have to play the speed. Oh yeah, it came in 718. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Look at that. Scotty picks 1, 2, 3. Watch the speed. Race number 2. Watch the speed. Who's the speed? Daggerboard's fast. Going to be really tough to beat this horse. Top Scotty pick, 59% to win, 7 to 5 on the E morning line. The odds makers morning line's 2 to 1. Quick return is kind of fast too, though. Awful layoff. Last seen at Saratoga in the summer of last year. So interesting horse. Looks like the favorites in that race. I mean, just off the cuff like that, it looks like just those two. This horse, Scotty Longshot, on the dirt for the first time. GSR is dropping. Hasn't shown much. You know, okay, I don't like this horse, but it's these damn horses that the system finds that end up being in the money or winning, believe it or not. So, you know, I would probably do like a 5-6 with a 5-6 with an 8 trifecta, and then I could do a 5-6 with an 8 exacta, you know, something like that. Because if a horse like this, I'm guessing this 8 will go off at 15, 20 to 1. And you could take the 2 favorites to come in first and second and get yourself a 15 or 20 to 1 shot to come in third, and you're getting a $30 trifecta, right? You have to play the odds. Yeah, the 7, the 7 in here, Captain Remington, broke last in the first 2 starts, was not bet, and now is dropping again. Hard read, very, very tough read. Monmouth Park race number 3 is coming up here in 2 minutes, 3 minutes from now. Tough read. I don't personally like, but I think you have to, with a horse like this, for a horse like this to win, most likely, the favorites have to be vulnerable. And I don't see the favorites being vulnerable here. So I would have to say no on the 7, if that's the horse you were asking about, James. Yeah. Yeah. And Luis Cardenas gets off the 2 and the 9 to ride the 7, but Eric Cancel is on the 9. So you're not you're putting on a better jockey. So I got a note here. It said watch at this level for next. Hopefully a new jockey. Well, there you go. Now you got a new jockey. There you go. That being said, is a 40 SOR group. That's 30. I think the 9 horse. I just watch for the 9 to be in the money though. Just watch for that at the very least. I think the 9. The 9 could run good here. I think 5 or 6 wins the race for sure. But I think the 8 or 9 gets up for third or maybe even second. So watch for that. But you're getting a big upgrade in jockey here in Eric Hensel. So watch for that. And then look at wet track. And that's a very low wet number, though. It's a very low wet number. What about the 8? That's a good, the 8 has got a good wet number. So you could look at that. Look at the GSR plus. How are we doing in Indiana Grand in the last couple of races? I know we didn't play it, but I'm just curious how we did. 1 horse, 21% in a tough race. 8 was 24%. Scotty Longshot got third. Scotty Longshot got second here. 3 horse, 24%. Good number. Won the race. Tough races up there. 16 of them. Monmouth Park race number 3. Five is interesting. Top GSR, 14%. And the top win percentage. So Anthony, this is for you. Top win percentage is only 28%. And it's not even the top Scotty pick. Okay, so now you got conflicting stuff. This is a wide open race. And then you have a horse that's never gone the distance before. So you can get a price on horses like this because people don't know how the horse is going to do at that distance. But the GSR gives you that advantage going, this horse should do well. Oh, and by the way, Scotty Longshot, first-time starter. We know how that does. People can't read first-time starters. Look at the jockey. Jose Ferrer gets on a 9% trainer in Lizowiski. Right? Good win percentage. Good GSR, Scotty Longshot. I mean, and then the favorites don't look that great. I mean, this horse is 2-1 right now. Horse lost by 8.5 lengths. Been off since October, and this is the 2-1 shot? No, thank you. I mean, you could win, but you have to take a price in a situation like this or spread. But then if you spread and you do an all in a race like this, well, not the 3, but you cover 5 horses in here, then the favorite wins at 8-5 or the 4 wins at 2-1. So these are the tough decisions. Because if you did these 5 horses, all of them, and the 5 or the 6 did not win, then you just got a favorite. And then, right? So sometimes you got to make tough decisions. Pimlico race number 2 is about to go off. I'm interested in this no sympathy. I just want to see how this horse at Monmouth's going to run. So the way I would play this is I would do a 1, 2, 4, 6 with 5 exacta. And I do a 1, 2, 4, 6 with 1, 2, 4, 6 with 5 trifecta. And then I do a cover bet, put in the 5 to win. That's how, or you pass, Tom. Yeah, exactly. That's how, if I wanted action, I don't have to play big. I just want action. So that's how I would play it. The 5 would be my key, needing the 5 to be first, second, or third. That's how I would do it. Again, it's not a serious bet, but if the 5 was to win or come in second, it could be good. And the 5 got last. Who won the race? The 2 win? So the top pick won. Or the 5 got 4th? I can't tell. Came in 2-4. Yeah, 5 didn't run at all. 2-4-1. Yeah. I didn't see the race. So chalk, but it came in cold on the picks. All right, Gulfstream Park race number 3. Cindy is alive. Cindy, you are singled to the 7, correct? Here, science, 57%, 1 to 5 on the morning line. You're singled to the 7 as well, Odie? Okay. I'll be right back. You said it. Yeah, you said it. Okay, I'm back. Scott hates the 7, science. Why, Scott? Let's see here. We still have to look at Delaware race number 8, I know. And I will look at that. After this race, we'll go to Delaware and look at that. So this horse here is dropping in class, 6 furlongs, drew, bumped at the start, and then went wide and got second of 6 other horses. I don't think that was a bad effort. Didn't like 8 furlongs for whatever reason. Showed some speed, dual, it looks like from the inside. It looks like it might have been a bad ride. Prior to that, I mean, this horse has burned some money. There's no question. 4 seconds, though. I mean, this horse tries. But we saw this earlier. It just depends on the competition. So let's look at the competition now. So you can't just look at the horse itself. You have to look at the competition as well. Bohemian Beauty. So let's look at that. This horse faced a 46 group and got 3rd by 15 lengths. Just could have been a runaway winner. That's not necessarily a bad thing. You got to be careful about seeing that. But every race, this horse is losing by 12, 15, 11. You see that? I mean, this horse loses by a lot. 2% trainer, 4% jockey who won a race, the last race, I think, right? So can this get back to back? I doubt it. I doubt it. So if this is the next competition, well, here we go. This is conflict. Here's another thing too. If you think the 7 is vulnerable, then you got to go like this, right? And then you look at this. Now you can see a 3% horse winning, and it's a Scotty's second pick. So if you look at the vulnerable favorites, when you see these lower win percentages winning, most of the time it's when a vulnerable favorite either is a bad favorite or has a bad trip, or something happens, stumbles or whatever, right? So you have to visualize that could happen. Now, there's only 5 horses in this race, and the 7 draws that outside post and is fast. The only other horse I'm really going to look at is this horse here, who's just a money-burning, terrible, never gets bet. So, yeah, no, I think the 7 wins this race. I do. I just think it's about the, Thomas Dolby horse. I remember that song. You're taking me way back now. No, Science. It looks very difficult to beat, especially from that post. Especially from that post. Yeah. 7 doesn't lose this race. I think it's 7-1 cold. That's what I think. Here's the thing about the 2. 2 horse broke 8th of 11 horses, went off at 7-2. And so this horse could run better here. We don't know. But this is a horse you probably have to consider. Don't like the 3 at all. So I'm going to say 7. I'm going to say 7-1-2. 7-1-2. Maybe 7-2-1, but 7-1-2. And but 7 Science is going to be very tough to beat, as they're loading into the gate right now. Scott likes the 2. Yeah, I mean, there's just no way of knowing. Second time starters, we talked about that. The horse looks okay, is going into the gate. Science is going to be awfully tough with a good break. Only 5 horses in this race. Maiden Claimer, 13,000. These are fillies and mares 3 and up. And there goes the 5, Bella Sophie. And on the outside, Science. Good luck. Cindy, oldie. 7 broke fine, but 3's fast. And I don't like the 3, so I think you don't need to worry about the 3 winning the race. The 1 horse is not getting a great trip, and the 2 horse is getting a good trip. I think that the 2 horse looks really, really. You can see the jockey's got horse in the 2. He's on the brakes for sure. 1 horse not getting the best trip in between horses. Like from here, the 5 broke way better than I thought. Way better. And the 7's been dueling with the 5, which this is setting it up for the 2. This is definitely setting it up for the 2. We'll see if the 7's good enough. I tell you what, this 2 looks really good right now. 7 is, I can't tell. I'm leaning against the 7 right here in this spot, to be honest with you. Yeah, 2's going to win this race. And even the 1 horse is running really good. Yeah, 1's going to win. It's going to be 1-2 here. And the 7 is bad. What a bad favorite that was. Even the 5 horse came back and beat the 7. Terrible. You have to put a note on that horse. Like, horrible. That was so poor. Can I tell you what I think it is with this horse? I actually think this horse is the type of horse that has to have the lead or it loses its heart. And the 5 horse getting on the lead like that hurt this horse, or dueling with the horse. That's what I think. Terrible, terrible favorite. 0 excuses. Never bet this horse. 0 excuses. That was just bad. Sorry, guys. Scotty Longshot wins the race at 3-1. I mean, only 5 horses in the race. It has to choose a long shot. So, but the 2 horse ran good. We thought the 2 horse might improve. Off at Woodbine. So the 4-horse won the race, right? A 2-1. Yep. Scotty's second pick. Ballymore Star, the Irish spread. I would have never had a horse like this, honestly. And you're not going to see this very often. But the GSRs were 70, and look at the GSR here as a 52. I can just tell you that this just doesn't happen very often. And there could be a lot of factors for that. Maybe this just field was really weak. Really no really high GSRs, and the only one that there was a 66, but it was on a 2% horse, right? So anything kind of goes here. Yeah, you're not going to see that often. 4-6-5 in the race at Woodbine. Yeah. What's the note going to be? I'm afraid to ask, Albert. By the way, yeah, you guys are going to be able to get all my notes. I feel like I take good notes because I have a lot of experience at it, right? And initially I didn't. And you get better at those things. I also feel like I'm better at watching race replays. Oh, is that what that is? Was this race originally scheduled for turf? This was just a bad race. I mean, yeah, look at this horse. Only one start. Yeah, you'll get anomalies like that, but not very often. All right, let's get out to Belmont Park race number 2. Well, it's showing that it switched. It showed that it switched. It said synthetic. I'm going to talk. I'll have a meeting with Brad on the scratches and surface changes and stuff like that on Monday or Tuesday. By the way, if I forget, happy 4th of July, everybody. Hope you guys stay safe and have a good time. Don't drink and drive. We talked about this horse right here too. Remember being in the money, this 9 over at Belmont Park? Second Fortune. Eric Hansel jumping aboard. I thought the race between the 5 and the 6. Right, so 5, 6, and then we said maybe 8 and 9 for the third spot, and then do a cover bet. So 5, 6 with 5, 6 with 8, 9 in the third spot, right? And then you come back with a 5, 6 to win, with an 8 and 9 in the second spot, just in case the 6 doesn't run or the 5 doesn't run. Oh, okay, Scott. Okay, that I needed to know that. All right. All right, so we got Belmont there. You guys know what I want to do there. I'm going to go to Delaware race number 8 because I forget who wanted that, but somebody wanted me to look at race number 8 at Delaware. Part of the cross country, I think. So we can get rid of that horse, 50 to 1, 1%, 2%, 40 to 1, the EE morning line, 4%, 25 to 1 morning line. Belmont 3-4, Patrick. That 7 horse was a terrible, terrible favorite, wasn't it, over at Gulfstream Park? God, I hate that. You don't even get a run for your money. What's worse, not getting a run for your money or losing by a nose? I don't know. I think losing by a nose. Wow, look at that GSR. First of all, the average SOR is a 78, hands down, right? I'm not even looking at anything else. Whoever wanted that me to handicap this race, I can just no need to overthink that. Single to 7, crazy beautiful. Yeah. All right, let's get out to Belmont, race number 2. So trifecta. I mean, you could play a pick 4 here as well if you wanted. Let's do a $60 pick 4 real quick. 5, 6, 9. Maybe throw the 8 in there. You could do that. I think it's the 5 and 6 though. I really do. I don't really think I see anybody else winning, but you could do something like this. I mean, if this comes in, you're going to score. By the way, you see a horse like this, only 23% to win, 4 to 5 in the 80 morning line, top Scotty pick. Like the fact that it's only 23%, this is not a single. It's a big drop, but it could go either way. This horse could either, well, it's a drop in SOR. What do I always tell you guys? This coming back at the same level, but this is a much easier field. Okay, that's what it is. You see that? Why do you think? So if you didn't have the SOR, you're just seeing that last race, 16,000 claiming non-winners of 2 lifetime. And then up here, you see 16,000 non-winners of 2 lifetime, right? So, but look, the current race SOR is 44 in comparison to that last one of 58. Huge, huge difference. So there's obviously a bunch of droppers in that past performance. And the horse went off at 7-2 and showed some speed before stopping. But that group was really tough, really tough. That's why the SOR is so very, very important. So the 3 horse at Belmont Park. Let's see here. I hadn't even looked at that horse. Let me pull up the video first so I don't miss it. Sloppy track. Now, we talked about this. Just a reminder, speed went gate to wire. Don't forget. 3 horse Mi Primo. Chris said to watch out for. No speed. Not even showing speed going 8 furlongs. Now cuts back to 6 furlongs. There. I don't like this horse, Chris. 16-1 as well from a 6-1 morning line. Don't like this horse. Look at the E morning line. This is a very rare situation where it's a bad morning line because this gentleman at Belmont is fantastic. 6-1 in his morning line. We had this horse at 40-1. It's only 2% to win. You can't, if you are an EquinEdge customer, you can't play horses like this because if you do, unless you really know something, you're going to lose your ass because they just don't win. You have 2 separate metrics that are showing this horse has no chance. Now, I'm sure I just put the son of a gun in the winner's circle. And by the way, this horse broke dead last time out and 10th prior to that, but it doesn't off slow. The race before that, nothing. Like this horse is showing nothing. It hasn't shown anything except in 2019. I guess, well, it's not training. Chris is not training bad. 1% jockey? If you think your horse has a chance, would you put a 1% jockey on him? I wouldn't. I just think it was a bad morning line. That happens. This race between the 5 and the 6 on the win end, in my mind. Those noses hurt. I agree. I would agree with you, Michael. I'll tell you what. Yeah, I would rather lose by a lot than lose by a nose. I like the 5-6 over the 5-6, and the 8 and 9 are there somewhere. I think the 9's going to run a good race. Look at the 6 horse right now at 9-5. It's first of all, we talked about speed holding. The 5 or 6 is going to be on the lead. I think the 5 is, but I don't think the 6 is going to let the 5 get away. So they could duel, and that could set up for the 8 or 9. We'll see. I think the 5 is a bit faster than the 6, but we'll see. How do you catch the 5 now? I mean, how do you do it? And the 6 didn't break particularly well. Eight to 5 on the 5 and 9-5 on the 6 horse. No, I think you're going to see a 5-6 9. I think the 9's going to get it for third from what I can see here. A little bit wide, but is clear and really running good right now. And yeah, I think it's going to stay just like this all the way around the track. 5, 6, 9. That's what I think. Maybe the 9 gets up for second as well. We'll see. I don't think so, though. I think it's 5, 6. Speed, 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 speed. Been holding the first race. It's going to hold here. 6 is running a hell of a race. Hell of a race. 6 is running huge. I mean, let's see if they come on, 9. Hold up for third. Hold up for third, 9. Come on. Hold up for third. 5, 6, 9, I think holds on. Very, very close. Very close. Wow. Did the 9 hold on for third? I can't tell. 5 wins the race. Just adjusted on the GSR. Thank you. No, the 7 got third? No, tell me the 9 got it. Oh, you had the 7? Oh, the top GSR horse. I think the 9 got the head bob. Which part sucks for you, Dan? Oh, you needed the 6 to beat the 5? Yeah. No, it's I believe it came in 5, 6 and very close for third. It looked like the 9 might have got the head bob for third. But few of you have the 7 horse at 39 to 1. 7 got it. There you go. Wow. Nice. Oh, you had the 6? Oh man, Karina had the 6 as well. Yeah, 7 got it. All right, I'm going to do race number 4 with you guys here at Monmouth Park, and then I have got to jet. I love you guys, but only 5 horses in this race. 1 to 9 right now, 79%. Do you know that's the highest number I've ever seen? I don't think I've ever seen a 79% ever. Ever. Wow. How bad is this field? Look at how terrible this horse looks on paper. Maiden claiming $16,000. Who's going to be second? This horse has been never 8.5 on the dirt. I don't like the 8. This horse broke bad last time out. I like this horse. I like the 6. I think it comes in 1-6. 7's not getting bet. I think 7 will run. I think the numbers have it. I think it's going to come in 1-6-7 or 1-7-6. Was there an 80? I don't know. I don't remember seeing a higher number than this, but I'm sure it exists, but this is about as high as I've ever seen. So we're going to watch this race with you guys, and then I am going to go back to Belmont and show you at least my notes in the pick 6. We only covered 1 race, so that you at least can see my notes, but I don't know that it applies. But we'll recap that at least because I've already handicapped that, right? So at least if you guys are going to play Belmont, you'll have that. Remember, so far 2 races in a row and speed's held. Just remember that at Belmont. We talked about that. If you know that they know that rain was coming in the forecast and they're most likely going to seal that track, you're probably going to get speed that's holding, and that's what's happened. Watch for, you can get long shots too because it's a jockey's race. So watch for horses that seem to have some speed. Even if they've been stopping, they might not stop here. All right, let's see what happens here. Awesome Launch, 1-9 right now over at Belmont Park in race number 4. 1-5 now, drifting up. And who took that action? Looks like it was a mix between the 5 and the 6. 7's really dead on the board. Kind of like the 6, the Scotty long shot, but it broke dead last. Dead last. 7 horse. Yeah, I mean, this is going to be, I would imagine, the 1 wins and the 7 horse gets second from here, and that would make a lot of sense. 6 broke dead last. Very tough to break bad like that on a wet track and be even near the winners. 24-2 for the quarter mile, and the seven's pushing the 1. Let's see, is the 1 a front? No, the 1 doesn't need the lead. No. A lot of times when you see horses that are dropping in class, you'll see that. You'll see them showing speed where they never showed speed before. It's really a drag that the 6 broke bad because I feel like we had the race covered. And maybe it won't matter. But 12-1 on the 7 is huge. The 8's stopping. And I really, the 6 is toast. I mean, look at this. 1-5 shot right now, 79%, and dueling with the 7. I mean, my goodness. Look at this. Unbelievable. What a race. This is a good match race right now. You guys watching this? I just want to see the 1 horse win because it's 79%, and I hate to see our 79% horse lose, because I know everyone's singling the horse, and it won 1-7. Cold. Scotty picks. What's up, Satish? All right, so we're gonna go out to Belmont Park. I'm gonna just go through these pick 6 races with you. Okay, we'll recap them. I only thought the 1, 5, and 7 here in race number 5. Okay, so take good notes here, or take a picture. Race number 6, I only thought the 3, 9, 10. Race number 7, I thought Storm Advisory was a single. Now, if you can afford to add another horse, I would add the 4 horse Al Cools. Strolling. I didn't not like the 3. It's one of those 3 horses, probably. I thought the 6 horse deserved a look. I still think Storm Advisory is a single, and I remember looking at this horse for whatever reason. I didn't love the 3, but I'm looking at it now and it looks a little bit better to me. And the reason is, I mean, this is a 58 SOR group, and this horse just beat a 64 group and was wide. So. But I'm not going to change off the 8. I like the 8. And then also the 7 horse, Peter Fornatail, when I was doing the In the Money Players podcast the other day, he liked the 7 horse, Joyce He Has Pizzazz. And I understand. If you throw out that last race, and you can, because it was 8 furlongs, showed speed, now cutting back to a sprint, this horse can run good. So, I like the 8 because I like the post and I think it's tactical. But maybe this race is a little bit more open than I'm giving it credit for, possibly. But I do like the 8. Bunch of scratches here. Okay, the horse I liked the best in this race was the Ghazali, the 1A. But I had these 4 horses: the 1A, 3, 8, and 9. But 1A best. The winner of that last race, where this horse lost by 11 3/4 lengths to, came back to win a grade 3 race. In this race here, it's the 4 horse, 71%. PD Bianchi. That's it. That's all it is. And then this is a match race between the 4 and the 6, and I'm leaning towards Mystic Guide over Happy Saver, who's 5 for 5 lifetime. They faced each other in the Jockey Club Gold Cup. Same conditions, 10 furlongs, dirt, Belmont Park. And they were within 3/4 of the length of each other. And Mystic Guide actually had the lead down the stretch. Came back here off a layoff and won the Razorback over at Oakland Park on a sloppy track by 6 lengths, beating a grade 3 field for fun. I did a podcast called In the Money. It's called In the Money Players Podcast with Peter Fortitail. You can see that on YouTube. There's a link also in the description. You can click on that. All right, Cindy, be safe. Good to see you. We'll see you next week, okay? Scott, we'll see you later as well. And so there you go, guys. That's the handicapping. Good luck. I'll be going in and out today, but looking at the races, I hope you guys do well today. I appreciate you joining, and we'll see you next week, okay? Have a good holiday weekend and stay safe. Bye.